I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're exploring the enchanting world of Graeme Brown, also known as Louis Brown, and his heartwarming book, The Good Wolf. This captivating story follows a young girl who saves a baby wolf, forming an unbreakable bond of friendship, loyalty, and heroism. Join us as we dive into a tale that teaches love and bravery against all odds. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Prime 7 Media for helping us put him in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing children's book. The links are below this interview. Graeme, great to see you here today on Spotlight.
Hello, Logan. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for inviting me.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. Great to have you on the show. This is a really heartwarming story. I understand it's one of more than a dozen books you've actually written that have kind of a similar theme, a different animal and that kind of thing. Tell us a little bit about the children's books you've written.
Well, there's 13 of them all. They deal with a clam, a crocodile, dog, dolphin, and a few others. The theme is somewhere in each of the books there is a hidden message for people to take notice of. They are children's books, and they're designed for being read to children at bedtime.
Yep.
Hopefully, the children will ask questions of their mum or their dad or whoever, so that the information that I'm trying to get into the book is part of fact rather than fiction.
Absolutely. I think these are great books to spark a conversation because they're going to capture the children's imaginations. For example, can you imagine as a child rescuing a wolf? I mean, that's a big
Yeah,
deal, you know? And so
it
when
is. Yes.
children are struck with awe when they have the whole premise before them, give the folks at home an outline of what the story, The Good Wolf, is about.
Well, The Good Wolf is a story about a girl who saves a wolf, a young wolf. They have a few adventures together. And as the wolf grows older, it hears the call of the wild, and one day it sort of leaves home and goes back into the forests of Alaska. Um, the forest of Alaska here, interestingly, is in a place called, would you believe, North Pole. The town of North Pole, well, just south of Fairbanks in Alaska.
Yeah.
So people, I think, don't even know there's such a place. The wolf then goes about doing what a wolf would do, trying to join the packs. Finds that he's not wanted there anymore, so he disappears into the background as a little while. But as the story develops, there's another wolf pack that becomes very, very dangerous to the people of around North Pole, and this wolf pack is led by a wolf that I've called Triple Scar, because he had a fight with a bear once and he was marked. He's got a pack of wolves with him, and that's six pack. So we call the wolf pack it's Triple Scar and the six pack. Right, that's where the names come from.
Yep.
Now, these later on in the story, without telling too much of how it finishes, this wolf pack terrorizes the North Pole people, and all of these people are saved one by one by the wolf that's been saved by the girl. And ultimately there's a fight between the leader of the wolf pack and our hero, and our hero wins. There's a tear at the end of the story because I wanted there to be a tear at the end of the story because the wolf can't come back to the family life anymore. Can't come back to the family and has to return to the wild after he's done his job.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the story.
It's a wonderful story. Like I said, I think it really captures the hearts and imaginations of children. And they also get a great message about love and loyalty, right?
That's correct. That's what I was aiming at as well, yes.
Yeah.
All of my books have done the same sort of thing. They've talked about that. Different books have got different stories. We're talking about today. We're talking about a polar bear, for example, and climate change.
Yep.
We talk about a hippopotamus taking over the lead role of the hippopotamus in its own pod, displacing a male, for example, because she could do as good a job.
Right.
In the story about the dolphin, there's a really mean shark in the story who thinks he's the boss of the world until he's beaten by a young lady who's a scuba diver. That sort of things come through in the story about the clam. The clam has got a very sweet little story about sexuality, about human sexuality and how it relates to people, whether you're a boy or a girl, that sort of thing. I hope that people are able to do that. Occasionally, I throw in a mistake into a book. Hopefully, the young child listening or reading the book will see that I might have a pair of white socks on somebody when he shouldn't have any socks on at all. Or no bandage where he's lying in hospital with a cut head, that sort of thing. So people can look at that and say, pick a mistake that's there and hope that they're taking enough notice.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you envisioned this as a movie or a series, perhaps? I mean, you've got so many great episodes, right?
Yeah, I'd like to think of them about being movies or cartoon type movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'd be great animated features. I think they would really capture the attention of children, and I think it would
Yes.
broaden the audience for the tale as well, because so many people
Yeah.
watch videos nowadays, for
Yeah.
sure. Wonderful, wonderful. When did you start writing? Tell us a little bit about your writing career.
Oh, my writing career is only very recent, only about 4 years, maybe 5 years ago. I started on this project.
Hmm.
Um, I had no intention of writing before that, but my background going back to childhood put me in a situation where I was able to think about animals, and I've got a great love for animals. I've always had pets. Um, yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about the illustrations. How did you get those done? Did you work with the illustrator? Or...
I did work with an illustrator. Yes, I did. And I was happy with the illustrations. They take a bit of work to get done. I
Mhm.
think I think that if I were doing it again, I probably would. I'd probably try to spend my the money, which obviously it costs money to do this.
Mhm.
I'd probably do it with somebody who needs it. Like we've got an organisation here that does foot. They paint with their feet because they can't use their hands.
Mm.
Do that sort of stuff. Put the work in their area. I'd do that rather than sort of go through another channel.
Oh, that
Um,
sounds great.
yeah.
It's a way of employing artists who are talented but might not have
Yes.
other avenues of creating some income. So I think that's
Yes.
terrific.
I'm disappointed I didn't do that before, but definitely if I go down this route again, I'll definitely try it.
Well, you got more books to come, I'm sure. Are you working on
Or
anything new?
I'm working on a Christmas book now. It's a very different one. It's a little way from me. I know the start, I know the finish, but I haven't got the middle yet. I think it'll be a good one. It'll be very different. It's not going to be a love story, which you see at Christmas time all the time, but it'll
Mhm.
be a Christmas book, and I hope it will. It's going to be different. It's got a very different start, very different finish. Makes
Wonderful.
Henry a different person. Yeah.
Sounds great. And do you have a title for that book yet?
Well, no. I've been messing around with a title like if you've been bad or good, that sort of thing.
Right.
Out of the songs, yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. Well, it sounds like you're having fun writing these books, coming up with the stories, entertaining children. Have you had the opportunity to read any of your books to children?
I have. I've got 6 grandchildren and
Okay,
no
great.
great grandchildren, and the
Wow.
youngest of my and the oldest is 31. So I've got a limited market with the kids I can read it to. But
Awesome,
certainly,
awesome.
yeah, yeah,
I'm sure their grandpa's fan club for sure. because you've
Oh,
done such great work on this book. This book is called The Good Wolf. It is a captivating story that follows a young girl who saves a baby wolf, and she forms an unbreakable bond of friendship, loyalty, and heroism. It is a tale that teaches love and bravery against all odds. It's a book your children would love. It's perfect for children 5 to 11, a little bit younger, sure, a little bit older, sure. It's a great bedtime story. And I think you'll just love it, and it'll provoke good conversations about values such as bravery and heroism that will be great for you and the family to have. Graeme,
yes.
thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
And Logan, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate your time, sir. Great conversation, great talking with you. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.